And now let's cross over to Johannesburg and speak to Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman. He is the founder of the NGO Gift of the Givers. Doctor, great to have you here with us on TRT World. Now, since October the 7th, we have heard many UN experts and NGOs say that what we are witnessing in Gaza is unprecedented. The humanitarian catastrophe is unprecedented. And I'm of the opinion that an unprecedented disaster requires an unprecedented response. Do you feel the international community has responded to the catastrophe in Gaza in an unprecedented fashion?
Yes, it's unprecedented in that they've done nothing. You know, it's a total shame, it's a shame, it's a disgrace. They've set up all these different bodies, the UN, the ICC, the ICJ, all to support international law, to support protection of individuals, to support individuals, to support communities, to protection of hospitals, schools, mosques, bakeries. Nothing of the sort has happened. They've killed medical personnel. They've abducted medical personnel. They've killed UN workers. They've killed doctors. They've killed teachers. They've killed so many people. They've killed journalists to hide the story. So it's unprecedented in that nothing has really happened. Gaza, on a normal situation, pre-war, needs more than 600 to 700 trucks a day without the war. At the beginning of the war, they were getting 30 to 40 trucks. It increased a little bit during the time of the ceasefire, but not the extent to which it was promised. And again, right now, yes, there's some trucks going in, but nowhere compared to what's required. But even when the trucks go in, they're not going to the north. There are at least 400,000 to 500,000 people trapped in the north. We know that because we have officers inside Gaza. It's unprecedented. They've killed 100 family members of one of my staff. They've killed the head of my office. They've killed another 50 members of my other staff. They've destroyed my entire women and child care center. They've destroyed our medical center. They've destroyed the preschool that we support. They've destroyed our desalination plant. Trucks come in, but there's no fuel to move the items through. So it's very nice to say we are allowing the aid to go in, but they don't say that the aid cannot get to the people because the roads are bombed, there's not enough fuel, there's not enough trucks, there's absolutely no protection, and it's very dangerous to get aid to where it's supposed to get to.
Dr. Sooliman, my sympathies to you and your staff. Certainly what we are witnessing in Gaza is unimaginable for many experts. It's difficult to describe in words. Now, you talked about the response of the international community. You said that it's unprecedented in a way that nothing has been done. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they have not done anything up until now?
Well, they protect Israel. You know, it's their world wants to act. The Western world carries on like they're the guardians of humanity. They've got a historical practice. They throw nuclear bombs or atom bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and killed so many thousands of innocent civilians. They threw napalm on Vietnam. They fabricated a lie and said there's weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and they bombed civilians. Madeleine Albright, Zionist Secretary of State, when she was told that 500,000 children died because of no milk powder, and they asked her, is it worth it? She said, yes, it's worth it. It's a genetic condition between all these people who act in the same way, all who have no humanity, who have no conscience, who have no spirituality and no morality. So they protect and defend each other. The tragedy is that the rest of the world has to respond. We cannot allow such monsters and gangsters to get away, because if they do that to one country today, they're going to do it to another country tomorrow, like they've done over the years. It's time for the rest of the world to stand up and say this will not be allowed. Israel, of course, has a protection because the Zionist influence has extended into the American capitals, into the Congress, into the government, into the world's media and major media networks in the world, in academic institutions, in hospitals, and in every place they've got their control. If you're out of line, you lose your job, you don't have a chance to make any progress, they cut your research funding, they will do everything to isolate you. So it's that control. The war is not against Israel. The war is against the control of Zionism throughout the world.
Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, thank you very much for talking to us here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the time.